Hello and welcome. I'm so excited to be here on Spiritual Events Directory page, starting tonight doing my weekly live show. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Anne Aleckson. I am a transformational speaker, author, and the direct voice channel for the non-physical group All That Is. We provide guidance, insight, healing through the vibrational frequency of the spoken word. Welcome, thanks for joining me. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all and being part of this amazing community that Sarah has put together. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do in our time together every week, every Thursday night at this exact same time. I'm going to come live and I am going to share with you. For the first 5 minutes, we're going to just wait for people to get on. And we're also I'm going to take a moment to share this into a couple of my own groups and pages. So bear with me through that, but let's have a conversation while I'm doing that. Why don't you say hello in the comments? Let me know where you are located and let me know what the weather's like outside. It's 7 p.m. in Brisbane here, so it's dark outside. I'm not used to doing my lives in the dark, so I hope that you can all see me really well. Then after the first 5 minutes, we've only got 2 minutes left before we get started, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to ask you to come with me to bring ourselves into alignment with each other, get into a collective space, and then I'm going to allow, or I'm going to invite, or I'm simply going to start speaking, and the guidance group, All That Is, that I work with, are present here in this moment. We work blended. In other words, it's me and them. It's not them or me. It's a coming together of my physical self with all of my non-physical aspects, which include the soul, the higher self, all the way up to All That Is, which is essentially source. So that's what we'll do, and when we do that, we'll share a message with you that will start to activate you, because the whole point of me going live, the whole point of everything that I do, every single time I speak, is to help activate you to your next level, to help you to step into your power, to start to be the creator of your reality, to start to know yourself as who you truly are and live like that as a human being, to help you through your ascension symptoms, to help you to whatever it is that you need, essentially, from us. We are here to provide for you. That's my purpose, is to speak, to activate within you whatever it is that is being called forward through your higher self and your soul. And so that's what it's all about. I'm just going to take one moment now to quickly share this into some other Facebook groups. If you're watching the replay, this is a little hint for you to fast forward the first 5 minutes every time that we go live, because we take those 5 minutes just to share the live into a couple of other groups and to allow those who wish to gather with us, those of you who feel drawn to come and join us energetically. All of the work is done energetically, as I'm sure most of you know by this point, for all of the spiritual work that is done in the world. So let me just find the live here, and as soon as I find it, I'm going to share it into my own page so that anybody that wants to join me from there can come and join us. In the meantime, please let me know where you are. Let me know where you are. And let me know what the weather's like where you are. Hi, Tony. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, beautiful. Hi, Michelle. Lovely to see you. Marie, Wollongong, same time as us, of course. Beautiful. And anybody else who wants to share anything. So I'm just going to very quickly bear with me for 2 seconds. There we go. And anybody else who wants to. Sorry about that. It's a little bit slow when I'm trying to share. So bear with me while I do that. Hi, Philly. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. And here I am. This is who I am. Lovely to meet you. And Central Coast, I love, of course. Hin, hello. Natasha, hello. Tasmania, love it as well. So let me just share this. Give me one moment to share this into my own group, which is called, in case you want to join us, it's called Be the Change to see the change, because I'm all about authenticity and I'm all about becoming what you wish to see in the world. So becoming the compassion that you want to see, becoming peaceful if you want to, if you want a world in peace, you must become peaceful within yourself. So that's what our teachings are all about and what we'll help people to do. Or, you know, we'll attempt to assist you with that. Double click to join us live. Just let me pop that in there and share that into the group. Then I'm just going to share it onto my page, which is Anne Aleckson, Soul Speaker. If you want to join me on my page, I do lots of lives and lots of stuff on my page as well. So let me just share it there and then we're going to get started. So hang around. Sorry to do this to you because I know it's horrible to have to listen while I'm trying to do these sorts of things, but give me 2 seconds and we'll be done and I'll be all with you, because I'm going to need to gather myself and I'm going to need you to bring your energy into the circle as well, so to speak. Okay, that's all done. I'm going to close that. Then I'm going to open this up so that I can actually see the comments. I cannot see any comments. So I don't know what I need to do there to see the comments. Here we go. Let me look at that. Beautiful. Trish, hello. Lovely to see you. Adelaide, freezing. Oh my gosh, no. I hate the heat up here, but I hate the freezing weather as well. Dal AB, it's cool. Fantastic down there in Newcastle. I've got some beautiful friends in Newcastle. New Zealand, 9 o'clock. Fantastic. Hi, Linda. Sarah, hello. Beautiful. All right, so I am going to now, for those of you who haven't yet met me, my name is Anne Aleckson. And yes, I'm standing up. I have my computer on a stand-up desk because there's going to be a lot of energy running through. I don't know if you can see, but I'm already turning pink from the heat and the energy. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm in a closed office because it is the evening and my family is in the other parts of the house. So there you go. That's a little bit about me. I am Anne Aleckson. I'm a transformational speaker. I'm an author, and I am the direct voice channel for a non-physical stream of consciousness group that addresses itself as all that is. They often say we are all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be, and so are you. Speaking to you, of course, and to me. And so what we've decided to do, tonight's our first night. Thank you so much for joining and making me feel welcome, because it's been a little while since I've done a group event, live or online. So it really helps me to feel your energy coming in. I really appreciate it. And all the support that I'm getting from my current clients, people in my current group, as well as lots of people that I've not met before. So it's lovely to meet you. Yes, Linda, you made it. Hi, Cecilia. All right, so that's a little bit about me. Now let me tell you about you. Actually, let me tell you a little bit about how I can help you, how I can serve you. I hate the word help and I don't mean to use it. I'm a little bit nervous. I've been doing this work now for, it was about 11, 12 years ago that I first had my connection come through. Totally out of the blue. I was a corporate person, doing the daily grind, struggling through life, being unhappy, all of those things. And I started to hear a voice. And I started to understand that that voice wanted to use me to speak. Now, we've evolved to the point where I have a new understanding of it now. It's not something outside of me. There is me, the physical being Anne, and within me is my soul, which leads to my higher self and my higher self's higher self, and many, 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 many layers through every single dimension, all the way back to the source of it all, or what you might call God, or what you might call the universe, whatever it is that you choose to call it. It's that energy that created everything. And what I now know is that as a physical manifestation of that energy, I can access that at any time. Now I've had to really release and be willing to let go of all of the things that kept me heavy, that kept me in struggle, that kept me really thinking that being a human was the only thing and there was no point beyond that. Okay, so it's been a journey of 11, 12 years. And I've been doing this publicly for probably 7 to 8 years now. My very first event, I picked a hand-selected 8 people and invited them into a room with me to do this with them. But as I said, it's evolved. And so I want to spend our time together every week, for those of you who choose to join me, answering your questions about who the hell you are, about what the hell you're here to do, about, interesting choice of words, about what the hell, just to help you through your life at the moment, through the non-physical guidance that comes through. And I'm a very, very practical Virgo who likes to also help people through my own personal experiences of this journey. So it's a mixture of that. But we're going to start. I'm going to have a sip of water in a moment, and what I'm going to do is invite you to take a moment with me at that time and start to take some nice deep breaths and bring yourself into this space. So if you would do that right now for me. In fact, before we do that, I'm going to ask you that if you have any friends that you think might be interested in someone who does what I do, which is direct voice channeling, allowing the energy that flows through life to flow through my throat chakra and express itself. When we do that, you become activated to your highest self, to your next level of ascension, these sorts of things. So if you've got anyone that you want to invite, do that right now. Or if you want to share this somewhere, do that right now. Okay. I'm going to drink some water because I'm already dry of throat because I'm getting so warm. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to start the conversation. And then we're going to invite you to ask questions. Please don't start asking questions just yet. Hold them, because there's so many people here that I won't get to see them all. I'll see what I see. I'll know that it's perfect. Understand that there is never a mistake. So if I come to you, it's perfect. If I don't, that's also perfect. One thing that I do know, and the people that know me know, is that if I don't answer your question, your answer will still be within something that we're talking about or within someone else's answer. Because you're a powerful creator. And if you ask for something, the universe says yes and provides it to you right away. Right. Take a moment, just breathe, come into this space. Allow yourself to come back. Let me have a sip of water and we'll get going. A little bit more than a sip of water. Now I see someone's already saying, please, can I have a reading? I will open up for questions. I don't do readings in the way that many people understand readings to be. There's no cards here. Whatever comes through when I see your question will be the answer for you. I'm diving into, essentially, I'm becoming the energy of each and every one of you. Well, the truth of the matter is that we are all one, because we're all the physical manifestation of all that is. We're all connected at some level. So I will simply be providing what you have asked for, okay? So when you say I want a reading, that doesn't mean anything to us. Either ask a question or tell us about something that's happening for you and we'll provide guidance. We might provide insight. We might provide some sort of reading in as much as we understand that, what that means. And Michelle, absolutely, of course, no questions yet because we haven't even really started, have we? So let's stop wasting time. I want to invite you in this moment to join me and just simply take a breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly, and then breathe out through your mouth, just letting go of the day, letting go of all the energy that you've put out there. Take another deep breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, I just want you to release, 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 release any of the struggle, any of the reasons that life is not perfect for you. And just one more deep breath in. Hello, Debbie, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. As you breathe out, I want to invite you to allow and to receive your non-physical aspects. Just simply allow whatever wants to join you from the non-physical to be present, filling up the room around you. You might be able to start, you might be starting to feel your guides as I am feeling them. joining in there, standing behind you, beside you. The room is very full. And just tune in to the words that we're speaking. Hear the words that we're speaking through your heart, obviously through your ears, but also through your heart. Much more important for you to hear it through your heart. And just give your focus to this moment. Allow yourself this moment. You deserve this moment in time, simply because of who you are. And I want to tell you who you are. We want to tell you who you are. We want to start the conversation by reminding you of who you truly are, so that you might pick up on that and start running with it, so that you might be filled with your own inner power to create your reality, to pull yourself away from the daily grind, from the struggle and the shuffle of daily living, and take that step closer to who you truly are. And so we say to you, you are a physical manifestation of God. You are a physical manifestation of source energy. You are a physical manifestation of the universe. As such, you have the power to create your reality. As such, you have the power to be whatever you decide to be, knowing that life is happening for you in every moment, knowing that you cannot get it wrong. You didn't come here to get it wrong or to live a joyless life. You came here to be joyful. You came here to enjoy the journey. You came here to become all that you could be, so that you could then reach out to others who are suffering and bring them along with you. You understand? You are the physical manifestation of Source, the physical manifestation of God. Indeed, the physical manifestation of all that is. Now, we are going to suggest to you that moving forward, at least for this week, well, we would prefer forevermore that you remember this and start living this way, but we're going to give you an exercise to use in any moment that you believe that you are just this little human being who has no greater significance, who has to struggle through life, who has to have a hard time, who has to have people wanting to argue with them, who has to be homeless, who has to be poor, and all of those sorts of things. Whenever you fall back into that, we want you to ask yourself a question. And it is this. And we want you to just simply borrow our faith in who you are for this moment. And we want you to say to yourself, if I am indeed the physical manifestation of God, as all that is has advised me through Anne, if I truly wanted to believe that, then why am I creating this moment in time? And what would I prefer to be creating? You understand? So in every moment, in any moment that you feel less than God's self, because you cannot be that, you simply forget. You simply allow life to get in the way. And we want to ask you to ask yourself, in any moment that you feel that, we want you to say, if I truly am the physical manifestation of all that is, and I'm going to believe that in this moment, then what am I creating? And why am I creating it? And in the asking of that question, your answer will come, because you are the physical manifestation of all that is. And as the physical manifestation of all that is, every single time you ask, we all come running. Every aspect of you, every non-physical aspect of you comes running towards you to serve you as you serve us by being here in this physical form. And by enduring, so to speak, the journey of remembering who you really are. That's how you serve us. And we serve you by coming every single time you ask, whether it's through a question, whether it's through a desire, whether it's through an angry scream out to the universe that life has to be more than this, because indeed it is. And in your pain and in your asking, as the law of attraction states, the answer will be there every single time. And it will come easier when you remember that you are the physical manifestation of all that is, the physical manifestation of Source, the physical manifestation of the energy that creates worlds. How dare you any longer believe yourself to be smaller than that? And yet we understand that sometimes you must. And so we come to serve you, to answer those questions, to help you to navigate the next steps forward. And we invite you now to ask your questions, understanding that as long as you continue to listen to us as we speak in these moments that we have together, whether we answer your direct question or not, the answer will be there for you throughout the words that we speak, throughout the energy that we are sharing. Thank you. And I just need to take a sip of water, but please, little bit, there's so many things here. So I'm just going to, Layla Taza has Duraz, I really need guidance. So pop some guidance in. I'm going to pop some question in, or pop some things about what's going on for you so that we know what we need to address for you. There are so many things that we could choose from if you simply say, is there any guidance for me? Well, yes, we could go for 100 years giving you the guidance that you're asking for from different aspects of you, from different parts of you, from different categories of your life. So please let us know which one you're particularly wanting to address in this moment. Cheryl's just saying, I have the most sorest feet throbbing and achy legs, shins area. Guidance, please. Well, let me tell you, right now we are going through a huge up level. There's a lot of energy happening. There's a lot of light waves, photon waves coming in from within and beyond the central sun. And so our bodies are going to be taking that. Now, here's what I want you to do, and this is for anybody who has any sort of body aches and pains at the moment as we go through these waves. And by the way, this is happening over and over and over and over again. But what I'm seeing here for you, Cheryl, and for many of us, is that as the energy hits us, our body tenses up because we're unfamiliar with it, or it feels scary, or any of these sorts of things. So I just want you to, in this moment, take a breath in and just invite every muscle in your body to relax. Just allow yourself to relax and feel safe. So you might want to say to yourself, there's nothing going wrong. In fact, this is something to celebrate. We're evolving. We're becoming more. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So just relax. Now, what I want to do is I don't know if you can't see me, but I'm moving my arms all around and things like that. The guides that I work with, the stream that comes through, they often take my arm and do healing work. So while we're standing here, they're actually doing some work. In what's happening is from the hips down for many people at the moment, from the hips down, some people the middle back, but mostly the hips down. There's a lot of stuff happening around what people call ascension symptoms. For me, they're evolutionary symptoms. We are becoming different than we've been before. So just relax all those muscles. Just breathe in, and as you breathe out, relax. I want you to think of the energy waves that are coming in as if they are waves coming into the beach. And imagine yourself standing right where the waves come in, go past you, and then wash back out again. I want you to imagine in the future that the energy waves that you're feeling, that's how you have to treat them. Just let them come in, let them go out. What you're currently doing, what many of us are currently doing, is when we feel them coming in, we tense up. And what happens then is that the energy gets stuck inside us. It's not supposed to be stuck inside us. We're just a physical manifestation of the energy. So we're part of that energy. It's just meant to flow through us, to upgrade our cells and then move through us. So that's for you, Cheryl. I hope that helps. Again, Tanya, hair loss at the moment is also very, it's happening, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of people having hair loss, and it's simply, again, we are evolving, our cells are changing, they're being upgraded, the DNA is changing, and so just like we release negative beliefs, we release woundings that we have in order to raise our vibration, we also need to release some of the things that we have come to accept as being human. Obviously, I want to preface that by saying, go to the doctor if you feel you need to, trust yourself, talk to your body, become someone who talks to your body and trusts your own body. Your body knows exactly what it needs, whether that's the kind of food you eat, whether that's the kind of care you need, whether that's to tell you if you do need to go to the hospital or not. Follow your own guidance every single time. You are the physical manifestation of all that is. If all that is knows what you need to know, then you have access to that. You don't need me. Oh, this is fun, I love it, and I would do it, whether you wanted me to or not. But you don't need a translator or a channel. You have that ability yourself. Every single one of us has that ability. So, Tanya, I hope that helps. Linda, the panic attack, absolutely. There's also lots of, it's the same thing. You see, we're feeling this energy coming in. It picks up all of the anxiety that's around the planet at the moment. There is so much. There's an agenda to have us be in fear. There's an agenda to have us be in fear. And so any anxiety and stuff is being 10 times 10, 10x'd, I think is what I'm trying to say, is being 10x'd, because there are so many people getting on the bandwagon of being anxious about the world, of being anxious that the world's ending, of being anxious that we're going to die in 10 years. A lot of that. So please, when you're reading things like that, again, use your own discernment, use your own judgment, ask your own higher self, ask your non-physical aspects. If that's something that you need to worry about or you need to be concerned with, there are many of us who are here not to worry about those sorts of things, but to do something else with our time. So make sure that you are spending your time wisely. Nicola's just saying, my journey has changed. Are these changes good for me? And will I settle on one thing and focus on that? First thing what I want to say to you, Nicola, is that life is always happening for you. If you've been led on this particular journey, then you have to take that journey. Otherwise you wouldn't be on it, right? Nothing ever goes wrong. I really want to stress that. You cannot get it wrong. So if you're taking a journey or you've chosen a path, you take that path until it feels like you need to move somewhere else. Now, we want to say to you, yes, it's good for you because you never get it wrong. And settle on one thing, focus on that, not just yet, but that will come. Not just yet, but that will come for you, Nicola. You will start to truly understand and know what it is that you're here to do, and you will be surprised by your own tenacity, by your own... what's the word I'm looking for? By your own ability to jump in and just do the thing that you know you're here to do, despite what anyone else says, despite the fact that you've probably never done that before because it wasn't the right thing. So not just yet, you're not going to settle on one thing just yet, but it will come for you. Please understand that. Big changes in 2020 for everyone, but certainly for you. Walk through this year, take the journey, follow your guidance through everything that you're doing, and you won't get it wrong. And just allow yourself to be shown what is the one thing that you are here to focus on. I am here, for instance, with the one thing to do, And it's only one thing, and that is to speak. To allow these words from the non-physical and from me to be spoken. That's all I'm here for. And anything else I've been doing up to this point has been a waste of time. But again, you never get anything wrong, so there's no yucky energy around that. I'm simply saying, when you truly know the one thing that you're here to do, when your soul lets you know that because you've made that connection, you're ready to, and it's time. There's perfect timing in this, but it's not perfect timing about what everyone else is doing. It's perfect timing about what your soul has pre-paved for you, what your non-physical aspects have pre-paved for you. So it will happen for you closer to the journey through next year, but we just want you to relax into this year and just follow your guidance. Follow your guidance, follow your guidance, follow your guidance. If you don't hear your guidance, if you can't yet recognize it, make it a priority to learn how to do that. Now, I'm saying that to you, Nicola, but I feel that you are on top of that. But for everyone else, if you don't yet know how to follow your guidance, just learn and learn how to discern what's yours and what isn't. Okay. Kel Bell, I want to speak to you because this is so common. Kel is saying, I feel very lost in my life and don't know my life purpose. I feel worthless and not good enough for anyone. Now, Kel, if you're interested, I actually a couple of weeks ago did a 3-day, 3 Facebook Lives in my group. So if you pop over and join the group, you'll find those videos. Now, those videos were all about who am I and what's my purpose. So they were about finding your purpose, around letting go of the fears that hold you back from your purpose. So that will help you on a practical level for that. But I want to let the guides come in now. They want to talk to you. So I want you to really lean into this, and I want you to hear it with your heart. You're already on your purpose path. There's no place that you need to get right now. All you need to do is be led by your guidance. Go where it feels good. Go where those around you treat you as though you are good enough. But more importantly, go within. Go within. In fact, go within right now with us. Go within right now with us. Go within right now and continue to go within. In other words, we're asking you to do the inner work around that sense of worthlessness and not being enough. Not being enough is the biggest wounding in humanity at this point in time, and it can be released. But there's inner work to be done. There's work that you need to do in order to do that. Of course, it can be released in an instant. In fact, it could be released right now, but you're in the habit of believing it to be true. So even if it's released energetically, as it happens, you go and you do energy work and it's released, and then you pick it up on the door, at the door on the way out, because you're in the habit of being that way. And so it's a matter of retraining your brain to believe that you are indeed enough. And then what you believe about yourself will be reflected from those around you. You will find those around you. When you love yourself, when you know yourself as enough, everyone around you will mirror that, because right now they're mirroring what you believe yourself to be. Every single person presenting in front of you, treating you as though you are worthless and not good enough, is doing so because you're asking them to, so that this problem, issue, this belief might be revealed so that you can release it. And you've asked for the release. So now allow yourself to go there. Allow yourself to see what needs to be seen, and to love yourself through it. Love yourself through it. Thank you. All right, look, it's 7:36 already. I've been 36 minutes already, and I am just, there's just so many questions. I don't know where to go. I'm just going to go. Michelle, I want to talk to you, Michelle Duncan Smith. So someone's cut you off and shut you out, and you're wondering if he's going to talk to you again. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you if he will or he won't. What I'm going to tell you is that you are the creator of your reality. And let me help you to step into that. What I want you to understand is that if you are, as we asked at the beginning, and we don't know if you were here, but we said that you are the physical manifestation of God. Now, if you are the physical manifestation of God, and so is everybody else around you, then each and every one of you are the physical manifestation of the same energy stream. So therefore, indeed, you are all one. You are all from the same place. You are all the same energy. So what you do is you spend your life on this planet inviting in everybody who matches your energy. And if you're holding energy of being shut out, of being cut off, of being indeed abandoned, then you will continue to invite in everyone around you who will show you that that's what you get. Now, this is an indication, of course, and this is you're asking, please help. The answer is coming. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at what's going on around you, and if it's not what you want, then look at why it's happening, why you are asking for it to happen. Now, please understand, we are not going into the conversation of you are the one that causes all of these things. Rather, what we're saying is that you are the physical manifestation of God. As such, you are creating this reality because you have that power. Right now, you're unconsciously creating this reality. And so we're just simply inviting you to say, okay, I'm looking outside of myself. This thing happened. It feels uncomfortable to me. Now, where within me do I have that? And am I willing to release it? And then do what needs to be done. Ask for guidance, or go and have a healing session, or indeed come and talk to me further. These sorts of things. So I hope that helps, okay? I'm going to let you off the hook a little bit, and I'm going to say yes, but you need to start looking through the eyes of love. You need to start looking at him with an expectation that he is love, but you have to first become love yourself. You have to first become that which you want. And that goes for all of us. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to become that which we desire so that we can be open to seeing that in others. Because when we're not that which we desire, we don't ever see it in anyone else. We really, truly are here to be mirrors to each other. Not in a nasty way that some people throw it around, but rather an awareness way. And when you know yourself as all that is, you become super aware of your own behaviour, of what's happening within you, most importantly what's happening within you, and you are willing to go where you need to go to deal with that within yourself. Inner work is the hardest thing you can possibly do. You could work 40 hours a week, you could work 80 hours a week, but an hour of inner work, deep inner work, is much harder than that. And that's why the world's changing, because more people are willing to leave behind those things that you call work and to start doing the work on self. And of course, it's the perfect time for that. Thank you. Marie Devine, will my son fit in at school and be calmer? I want to invite you to start doing some work with your son, just around exactly what we're talking about. If you want him to be calmer, then what I want you to do is encourage him to become the energy or the frequency of calm, the energy or the frequency of peace. Now, what that means is that whenever he's angry, you need to come at him as the energy of peace, so that he will remember that that's actually his set point, because right now he's moved so far away from his set point. And so, of course, he's reflecting that. So you need to become the frequency of peace and calm, and then whenever you look at him, you want to look through the eyes of peace and calm, and as he looks into your eyes, he will start to see who he really is, and he'll come back to self as well. Now, we provide very simplistic guidance, and we do that on purpose because you're all making it way more complicated than it needs to be. Life is simple. Life is simple. Everything about life is simple, but you've spent generations making it hard and complicated and left-brained. It's very simple. Become that which you wish to see in the world, whether that's the people next to you or whether that's your community, your country, the world. So if you want world peace, as I do, you must become peaceful. You must stop holding any anger within you. You must stop judging, all of these sorts of things. I'm not perfect, by the way. I'm sure you all know that. I practice these things as well. When I speak of these things, it is coming through from the non-physical aspects who teach me as well, and I don't get it right yet. I'm doing my best, okay? Okay, thank you, Jody, saying it's so comforting. I love that. Oh, thanks, Nicola. Nicola just saying always great messages. Thank you. Jamie has asked, can you see a future between me and my girlfriend? I don't do psychic readings as such, although I do see psychically, and when I work with clients privately, I share that information. So when I do these sorts of things and when the guides come through, they like to empower you. And so what we want to ask you to do is to decide, because we think it's important for you to decide how you want that relationship to look. How you want that relationship to look. And if it doesn't match your vision for it, then start to wonder curiously, where is it within me that is creating that? What is it? What need is it within me to have that be my experience? And where am I not loving myself and therefore desiring that from someone else? These sorts of things. Just become curious about, what can I do here? If I want my relationship to change, then I must become the energy of the relationship that I desire. So change yourself. In fact, the beautiful Dr. Wayne Dyer, who was a mentor of mine, said that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. It is an absolute truth. I've experienced it in my own life. I know we hear it all the time and it's hard to believe it. But again, life really is simple. If you want to see love reflected to you from someone else, you must first become that so that they can see it and become that through you and then share it back to you. I hope that helps, Jamie. But short answer, get into the inner work, be willing to see what it is within you that is inviting this experience and change that. And if you do that, then yes, there is a future. Simone, you're actually waiting for yourself. I want to just say that, okay? You're waiting for yourself. Again, the same thing. We must become what we desire. And this sense of waiting for someone is because that you that's just in the future, almost as if they're standing right there beside you, isn't being allowed in. And it isn't being allowed in because of self-love. Now, we throw self-love around quite a bit, don't we? But we want to explain to you a little bit more about that in the time that we've got left for everybody. We want to explain to you that when we speak of the opposite of self-love, we call it unself-love. And we call it that because it's incredibly subtle. It's so subtle that most of us don't realize that in every single moment of our life, we are beating ourselves with unself-love. Let me give you an example. In any moment that you think something is going wrong in your life, that's actually a moment of unself-love, because you're not in self-acceptance. You're not in this unconditionality of self. So that's an act of unself-love. Now, if we look at the new world, the old world and the new world, or 3D and 5D, and the bridge between the two, which is 4D, this 4D level is all about love and unself-love, sorry, self-love and unself-love. And we often say that there's a door in the middle of the bridge between the two worlds, or the two dimensions. And it's a screen door, and you don't open it. You have to walk through it as if you're straining yourself. And if you have any aspect of unself-love within you, you cannot get through. You get stuck in that doorway. So this is the thing to work on at this point in time for many of us. Work on acceptance of what is happening in life is happening for me, and the sooner I love myself through everything that appears to be going wrong and stop beating up on myself because it appears to be going wrong, the sooner I can make that journey. I hope that helps Simone and anyone else who felt into that. Oh, great, Michelle. I'm glad that you've written that down. Fantastic. Okay. I'm going to scoot my way down a bit further so that I can catch up with Michelle Duncan-Smith. I love that you've said that. You're saying I was all, but he wasn't in return. I've got to tell you, and this is through my own experiences, I'm not, there's no picking on you. There's no, in fact, we come from an unconditional space. And I want to say lovingly to you that you get what you give. You attract what you are. And so I want to, again, gently remind you that if something is going wrong in your outer world, then there's something within you that matches that. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what I now know about the inner masculine and the inner feminine. Now, if anybody is having trouble with relationship, particularly women with men, so if you, men, money, business, and the universe are all masculine energy, right? So if you're having problems with any of those things in your life, you're not getting enough money, your business isn't doing well, your man's cheating on you or whatever, and the universe isn't providing what you ask for, then that is an absolute direct indication that your inner masculine and your inner feminine are in an unhealthy relationship. And so the thing to do is to go in there, ask them, talk to those aspects of you. These are all aspects of you, energetic aspects of you that make up you as the physical manifestation of all of those non-physical aspects, including the spiritual or the higher non-physical aspects that, well, we call spiritual. So I love you very much. And I just invite you to feel that and then give that. Okay? Thank you. And I do appreciate that people don't always appreciate the very straightforward no. I see that you're hiding behind something there, so this is what I'm telling you. I do it as gently as I can, but I'm not here to pander to your self-deceit, whether it's conscious or not. I'm here to raise you up to your truth so that you can be everything that you came here to be, and stop pretending to be so small and so at the behest of everything around you and everyone around you. That's not what you're here for. No more, no more, no more. You're here to create your reality and then go out and be that in the world so that everyone around you can be lifted up to that as well. Otherwise, we will never create this world that we all dream of, that some spiritual being or some alien force is going to come and create for us. No, those are our non-physical aspects guiding us. I didn't expect that. Rachel Narelle Rich, thank you for your words. I've done just that. I quit my corporate job to focus and invest in me. Oh my gosh, wonderful. So that's why that came out. I've never kind of spoken about that in that way before, but it makes sense. So doing the real work, what you said about it being the hardest work, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Rachel. It is hard work. I've been doing it. I've been doing a light version of it for 10 years, and I've been doing a full-on main focus day job type work on it for probably 2-3 years now, just to clean up these other things. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate your comment. Belinda's asking, can you see whether my manifesting will come true? Well, you know, as I stand here with my non-physical aspects and all of your guides here with me and in your space as well, my answer is an absolute yes. And I'll tell you why. Because you're the creator of your reality. You're the physical manifestation of non-physical. In other words, you're the physical manifestation of the universe that you asked to manifest something for you. So you're the manifester. Now, it will always come true. The human being asks for what they want or they desire it, and the non-physical receives that message, and the non-physical comes running and says, yes, 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 we're getting it ready for you. And then you close yourself off. And then you close yourself off, Belinda. So what I'm inviting you to do is look at, well, where am I not receiving what I ask for? And why would I choose not to receive that? And a good thing to do is to perhaps journal on that question. I've asked for this, but I'm not getting it. Why would I not choose to have that? Because I'm the creator of my reality. Why am I not creating it? And you'll find that as you journal on that, some of your beliefs that are holding it back will come through. Perhaps even that belief of I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve it. Or I need something else first before I can have this. And if that's the case, and you pour out onto the paper those beliefs, then you have the opportunity, and it's a choice, but one we highly recommend, to pull out the beliefs and say, that belief, is that true? And you can say, well, is it true for everyone? Because if it's not true for every single being, then it's not true, full stop. If one person can do it, then so can you, because you and they are the same person in different bodies, pretending to be small beings that are separate. And that's the truth. Kelly Lawson, I just want to give you a very quick answer. I want to say, yes, do fill in the application, and we remind you that you never get it wrong. So absolutely, will it work out for the best? Of course it will. It just might not work out the way that you're expecting it to work out. So we want you to go into it with a expectation of life is happening for me, so whatever happens is exactly what needs to happen. You understand? Debbie, greetings, blessings. We love to see you here. Thank you. Philly, thank you for that. Thank you, Simone. I'm glad that helped, whatever it was that I saw. Yes, Belinda, we do. We start to lose faith, absolutely. But oh my gosh, you're a magnificent being. You are a magnificent being. There is so much, and I'm feeling it from so many of you. There's so much heart here, so much unconditional love. And so many of us, so many of you are, and me too, but so many of the human race contain it to keep themselves safe. Oh, I'm not going to love unconditionally because what if I don't get that back? But let me tell you something. When you open your heart as wide as it can possibly be, nobody can hurt you. You don't attract hurt. We know that's counterintuitive, so to speak. We know that you all believe something opposite. And that's what we're coming up to with this evolution. It's time to take everything you know to be true and turn it on its head. Most of it you turn upside down and it will be the truth. And we invite you to do that. Thank you. Nat is saying, I'd like a message, just tuned in, not sure what this is all about. love for you to watch the replay. There's a great channel message at the beginning, and you will find the message that you're looking for in that. Okay, wonderful. Beverly, great question. Beverly's saying, oh, thank you, Belinda. Lovely to see you. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Again, if we don't answer your question directly, this whole hour is chock-a-block full of guidance from non-physical and practical stuff from me, because I'm a practical kind of girl, even though I'm also a bit weird. But I want to talk about Beverly's question. We've just got 3 minutes left. Oh, and just before I do that, and we'll end on Beverly's question, but just before I do that, here comes my practical side, right? And my business mind is popping in. I want to let you know that I am in the process of creating a membership program. Not a program. It's not a program. It's a monthly membership. It's such a low price, and I'm doing that because we're ready to now get in front of thousands of people. So we're making it a price which is like a takeaway dinner once a month, that low. And every single month we'll do live sessions like this, but you get to ask questions by voice, so it's on Zoom. And I will provide an activation every single month, a guided activation, and I'll provide some practical action steps for you to take to embody that activation every single month to help you on this journey. And we'll do all the usual stuff that we do. Now, I don't have a sales page for you. I don't have anywhere you can go because it's not created yet. I know exactly what it's going to be. I receive all of my programs and offerings from non-physical. What I do want to do is invite you to consider becoming a founding member. The founding member is going to be an even lower price, and you'll be grandfathered in at that price forever for as long as you choose to stay there. Now, if you want to do that, just put in a cheeky little comment, get me on the list. Just type into the comments, get me on the list, and I will send you a link where you can get your name on the list, so that when I do launch that, it will initially be a beta program, so we'll be playing with it together, we'll be building it together, and it will be really based on serving you and your needs. So there'll be only a certain amount of people, so get on the list, just say get me on the list, and I'll send you a link to get your name on the list, so I can invite you when we finally do launch it, perhaps next week. So I digress. Let me get back into spiritual mode or higher consciousness mode or super consciousness mode. Right, Beverly, I wanted to address your question. I want to drink some water first. Beverly, I hope you're still here. It's a great question whether you're still here or not. So Beverly is saying, I'm asking about free will because I struggle to make decisions. Always feel these doors of opportunity, but I can't reach out for them. A little bit of a case of better the devil you know. Oh my gosh, now isn't that just a matter of keeping yourself safe and small, where you're used to being because you've been trained that way? And now you're seeing a glimpse of perhaps there's something more, and you're reaching out for that and it's being offered to you, but you're not allowing yourself to receive it. We were speaking a moment ago about how every single time you ask, the universal, your non-physical aspects come rushing to say, yes, 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 we'll get it ready for you. When do you want it? Here it is, here it is, here it is. And then they sit there wondering why you're not taking it off them, or you're not creating the container to receive it in. You see, when you ask for what you desire, the law of attraction is true. Ask, receive, ask, believe, receive. So your job is to ask through desiring it, through wanting it, through having hope that there's something more for you. And then you need to just simply know that you're going to receive it. Now, if you know that you are the physical manifestation of Source, or physical manifestation of the universe, then you know that you're giving it to yourself. So the question, as we've suggested everybody asks themselves over and over whenever they're not receiving what they desire, if I'm the physical manifestation of all that is, and I'm choosing to believe that because Anne told me so, why am I not allowing myself to have this? Take some paper and journal it. Why am I not allowing myself to have this? If you let yourself go and let yourself be truthful and open yourself up to your honest truth, your authentic self, you will find on that paper a number of beliefs about yourself that don't support your desire. And that's why the doors always seem to be moving further away from you. As you step closer, they move further away. So Beverly, I hope that helps. Free will. Look, when we look at free will from the perspective of I'm the physical manifestation of the universe, I'm the physical manifestation of my soul, if I have a desire, that's coming from my soul. Obviously a desire for good. Although desire to be a monster also comes from that. But I'm talking to you, and I know that because of who I am, I know that you are also that. So, free will. You're the creator of your reality. You get to choose how you live your life and what has to happen. The sooner we all realize this, the sooner we'll stop having all the accidents and all the self-sabotage and all of the problems and struggle that we have in life. And so I'm going to leave you with that message tonight. You're the physical manifestation of source energy. You might notice that I keep going to say God, but I change my mind because I'm still a little iffy with that word because I know people have stuff around it. You are the physical manifestation of God. When are you going to start acting like it? Thank you so much for joining me. So much love. And I will see you again next week at the same time, in the same place. In the meantime, as I said, if you want to find out about my membership that's coming up, just pop a comment in saying, get me on the list or put me on the list or something like that, and I'll hook you up with that. And of course, it's a joy for me to welcome you onto my page or into my Facebook group called Be the Change to See the Change. It's for change makers, and that's what we are. We're all here to change the world. So I invite you to connect with me further if that's your desire. Thank you so much. Love to you all.